Hello and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Attorney Dual Destinies. One last episode. We started off the first case of the game, and it's off to a great start so far. The art style may be a little rough around the edges, but overall, so far, story and characters, pretty good. Very, very impressed with it in comparison to the last dumpster fire we played through. So, I'm excited to keep going. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start, but given how things ended yesterday, good morning. The mood sure is tense, not that that's only a surprise. Oh! Hey, did you read the paper this morning, boss? Huh? The paper? That came out of left field. You didn't read it? Then you don't know the big news! Somebody spotted an abominable snowman way up in the mountains! Tell me you know the difference between a paper and a tabloid, Athena. It might just show up in the forest where you live, Junie, so you better watch out, okay? You really should read the story for yourself. I couldn't bring it to do it justice. Oh, is he gonna trigger her because Paul of Justice? Yep. Great job, Athena. You done messed up. Oh, poor Apollo. It's all my fault. Athena! Oh, Junie, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry. What we found yesterday was not Apollo's dead body, thank goodness. Okay. Honestly, it would have been a little bit out there if they had actually killed off Apollo, but, you know, still would have been a gutsy move. Anyway, he'd been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head when he was lying unconscious. We rushed him to the hospital right away and it looks like he's going to pull through, but it was still quite a shock to stumble onto a scene like that. Is this Woods alright, Athena? Well, I managed to get her to stop crying. Now she's resting on that sofa over there. I guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo. Poor Junie. She believes that the reason Apollo was attacked is because he was helping her look for something in that courtroom. Oh? Guess I can see why she'd think that. By the way, how are you doing? Who, me? Yeah, you. Me? That's what I said. I know you're concerned about Mr. Woods, but are you alright? See, this is such a nice feature. I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm alright. People who study analytical psychology are great at times like these. After all, people know how to control their own emotions too. Somehow I don't think it's as easy as she makes it sound. But there's no denying she's a real trooper. Apollo doesn't remember a thing, does he? Yeah, I can't recall anything from the time right before he was assaulted. Nothing about what he was doing in court number 4. Who assaulted him? The doctor said it's probably due to that hit he took to the head. Assaulted under court of law and losing your memory at that. I know how that feels. Get it? Remember the lost Turnabout? Yeah, I remember. But who in the world would want to do such a thing, huh, Mr. Wright? Gah! Just wait till I get my hands on the coward who hurt our Apollo. Now, Athena. I said you were in control of your emotions. Let's focus on helping Miss Woods, okay? But I admit I'm just as upset as you. Okay, boss, you're right. Apollo's not stealing, can wait until after we clear Junie's name. That's the spirit. Now, let's see. I better check the court record one more time before the trial starts. If memory serves, when I have more than 6 pieces of evidence, I should be able to switch pages with this pen. Yes, Phoenix. I've played these games before. I know that you can switch. I know that that when you click an arrow, it takes you to the next page. Everything that happened with Apollo, I didn't have time for proper investigation. I can't let that stop me, though. I have to get this right for Miss Woods' sake, and Apollo's too. December 18th, 9:58, District Court number 5. Day 2. Court is now in session. All rise. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Jupiter Woods.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is also ready, Your Honor. Now then, I believe I instructed the prosecution to further their investigation. Were you able to locate the remote switch in question?
I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor.
I must say I'm disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry, just disappointed. It would have been funny if you said not surprised, just disappointed.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Aha! Looks like the prosecutor is just as unprepared as I am.
There's a separate matter, however, that I would like to bring up during this trial.
A separate matter, you say? And what might that be?
I assume you are aware that another incident occurred during yesterday's trial. I'm speaking, of course, of the assault of Mr. Justice in the ruins of courtroom number 4.
Why is he bringing that up? Yes, what a truly harrowing experience it must have been. Poor Mr. Justice.
At the time of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods.
He isn't going where I think he's going with this, is he?
The prosecution wishes to indict Miss Woods on the charge of Miss Justice.
Oh, for God's sake. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the incident under deliberation here is the courtroom bombing. The assault on Mr. Justice has nothing to do with this trial.
I don't believe there is a connection between this case and Mr. Justice's assault. Please take a moment to consider these facts. Both events occurred in courtroom number 4. This is the location in courtroom number 4 where the encounter Mr. Justice was discovered. And you can see it's quite close to where Detective R's first body was found.
Court number 4, the diagram adds to the court record.
The question is, why did the culprit feel the need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice?
Why indeed? What do you believe their motive to be, Mr. Payne?
I believe Mr. Justice found something in that coat and Miss Woods was with him. Evidence that fingered her as the perpetrator of the bombing.
You mean he found something incriminating evidence?
Precisely, so I surmised that the defendant picked up a piece of rubble and hit Mr. Justice on the back of the head in order to silence him.
Judy would never do such a thing. She was devastated when we found Apollo hurt her like that.
Miss Sykes, please control your outbursts.
It is the prosecution's belief that by deliberating Mr. Justice's assault, we will draw even closer to the truth of the courtroom bombing itself.
Very well. Miss Woods is hereby officially indicted on the charge of assaulting Mr. Justice.
What? Why are you listening to Mr. Toupee over there? Although, considering our conversation yesterday.
I think Apollo might have figured something out.
Wonder what it was.
He told me I'm gonna look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper.
Maybe the two incidents are related after all.
I'd like to start by hearing from the defendant herself.
Very well, bailiff. Please bring Miss Woods to the witness stand.
I'm sorry, I can't seem to stop.
Miss Woods. Guess she's really upset about Apollo.
Miss Woods, you went to the ruins of Court No. 4, Mr. Justice, did you not?
Yes, I did.
Good. If you would, then please testify about what happened to the court.
Okay, witness testimony. Let's do this. Alone with Apollo.
During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me. They went to their courtroom rooms together, but then I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony. Apollo insisted on staying behind in courtroom number 4. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever such a kind person?
Okay, so we know why she went there, but we need her to specifically say why, like, for the court purposes, why she went there.
So Mr. Justice stayed by your side while you were feeling unwell. What an admirable young man. I thought his loud voice was his only outstanding feature.
He may look like a little imp at times, but Apollo can be really nice too. Yeah, well, remains to be seen. I hope she didn't hurt her wrist back hitting that one. Oh, that's tough.
But one has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind in the ruins?
I think Apollo might have figured something out.
Something out? What kind of something?
Something to do with the courtroom bombing sounded something, I think.
Oh ho! New evidence for the case, was it? That's a very big something indeed.
I believe so.
Just as I thought, there is a connection between the two incidents, but the defendant has told a very big lie, Your Honor.
What lie is that?
When she learned Mr. Justice would be looking for evidence, she attacked him. She attacked him to give herself the chance to destroy that evidence.
No, I never.
Miss Woods, but we paid Mr. Justice's kindness with violence. We found the proof of her foul deed there in the courtroom ruins.
What? Do you see it?
Do you see it there in front of Mr. Justice's right hand?
What is that she left us? No. Absolutely not. I'm sorry, but there's no way. With what little blood is in this picture, there's absolutely no way you can write out the word Woods. Just absolutely no way. Come on.
It's written in blood. W-O-O-D-S? Why, isn't that...
That's right, Your Honor. It says Woods in capital letters.
What?
I submit that Mr. Justice left us what the name was the attacker before he fainted.
Apollo's. I saw a photo added to the court record.
No, I can't be true. Why would Apollo write my name?
Mr. Wright, the nerve of him leaving that message. Why would he do this? Hey, don't take it out on me. I don't understand any more than you do. When we discovered Apollo yesterday... Apollo!
No.
Ah! We didn't even have a chance to rush over to him. As soon as security heard Athena screaming, they ran in and cordoned off the area. After that, they were in the courtroom number 4 with Apollo the whole time. We couldn't investigate anything ourselves and had to leave everything to the police. Still, I never thought they would find some bloody writing there.
Now then, please give me a cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Okay. Like I said, we know why you went there, but the court needs to know why. Why exactly did you go to the courtroom ruins?
We went to look for my medicine to stop my coughing.
Your medicine? Why would your medicine be in courtroom number 4?
I dropped in the heat of the moment. Found Rap Randy, he was keeping my medicine safe from me. He had a little compartment I could put things in, you see.
And phony Fanty has the same type of pocket. That's what the bomb was instead.
I put medicine for my coughing fits inside Bum Rap Randy. When I told Apollo about it, he said he'd help me go look for him. There was so much rubble in there, I was worried, but I started looking for Randy in that area. It was so nice of him to do that for me in spite of all his injuries. Apollo was so strong and kind, just like the trees of the forest.
The way she makes him sound, you'd think Apollo was some kind of ancient god. Ha 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 ha. Funny joke. Oh wait.
So that's why you went to the ruins, I see. That seems to be quite an important fact. Please add it to your testimony, Miss Woods.
Plus, looking for when there was no rubble. Is that true? There was no rubble there? That's just not true. There's definitely rubble there. So we started a search for the witness stand, you say?
That's right, I guess maybe you wanted to start from the furthest point in the room. He was being so brave and strong.
But that's odd. Under the circumstances, he shouldn't have been capable of that.
But he was, and he still is. He might not look it, but he really is brave and kind, too.
No, that's not the part of finding fault with. I mean, I would say that yes, it is, because I haven't seen Apollo be either of those things throughout the entirety of the last game. But I should think that anyone can be brave and kind if they wanted to be, Mr. Wright. True, anyone can be brave and kind, but if you would please take a look at this diagram, with the courtroom in this state, how is it possible to walk up to the witness stand? Oh! I see your point. The roll blocks off access to this area around the witness stand.
Does attending inconsistency even matter? How's the witness still misremembering it?
Great, now I'm not so sure it matters.
Women doesn't make mountains and molehills, you know.
But that's precisely what Mr. Wright does best. I call slander, Your Honor. So, was it really impossible to approach the witness stand? I have to say, it's a bit hard to tell with any accuracy from just this diagram. Mr. Payne, do you have any other photos of the crime scene?
Let me see, Your Honor. I just have one more. Here it is, a bit more pulled-back version of the photo I presented before.
Okay, this doesn't really change anything. Like, it still doesn't make any sense that he would have been, like, there's no way he could have written that. Because... Okay, this is actually really annoying. I apparently ran out of storage space on my computer for recording audio. So, I didn't notice that until this point, which sucks because you missed the moment where I figured out that Woods actually means L1005. Sorry, 10015, which is a freaking amazing, genius twist for this case. Like, this case is so good so far. And you missed the part where we proved that the bomb transport case was somewhere else and that it connects to his identity. Basically, what I figured out is, you can't, with the amount of blood that was there, there's no way that Apollo could have been the one to write the message. So it had to have been Candace Arms. So she used the blood and tried to write the identification number of the bomber, whose name is a very clever twist on Detonate, because, you know, it's Ted Tonate, not Detonate. So then, when he goes to attack Apollo, all Ted has to do is just change add a few lines with the blood from Apollo's wound to make it into Woods to try to make it look like Juniper did it, so that's what we figured out. Tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing. Well, don't keep us in suspense, alright? Tell us who she was trying to name. The culprit that the victim was trying to identify is none other than Ted Tonate. Where is he? Here he is. The defense wishes to indict Mr. Ted Tonate on the charge of the courtroom bombing. Ted Tonate? Apparently, disabling bombs is Mr. Tonate's only specialty. Somehow the victim must have realized that he was the bomber. So when she was caught in the blast, she left his bomb transport case number as her dying message. She would use Mr. Tonate's own ID number to finger him for the crime.
Why would anyone go out of the way to write an ID number? Wouldn't they simply write the person's name?
He's got a good point there.
What do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright?
That only Detective Arm would know the answer to that, but allow me to offer a theory. Perhaps Detective Arm couldn't recall Mr. Tonate's name in the heat of the moment. As I recall, this is the first meeting between the two, and it's entirely possible they wouldn't have been familiar with each other.
Well, maybe using the ID number was a way to hide its true meaning from the real culprit, thus lowering the odds that they would erase the bloody writing.
But no matter what the reason, the important thing is the meaning behind her message. The fact remains, she wrote Mr. Tonate's ID number.
There's one moment here. There hasn't been any proof yet that it was indeed Detective Armor wrote it. The bloody writing wasn't bad during the investigation after the blast. Detective Armor left the message should have been found at that time.
Naturally, Mr. Tonate hid it before anyone could discover it, and that is similar to how he was able to do so.
What?
Mr. Tonate was able to cover the message because he was the first one to find the body.
I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went up to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body.
When Mr. Tonate saw that the victim had written his ID number, he used the bomb transport case to cover up the bloody writing as a stopgap measure.
Oh, so that's why the message in blood was under the transport case.
He didn't have enough time to try and scrub away the writing. If he didn't report the body right away, he would look suspicious, so those letters lived on to serve as another function. When Mr. Tonate used them in another incident.
Oh, the assault of Mr. Justice.
Exactly. Mr. Tonate hit upon a plan to use the bloody writing for his own purposes, so he didn't clean it away. Instead, he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it, by adding 2 lines to the writing that Detective Arm left behind. Then he changed the meaning of the message. He made it look like Mr. Justice was accusing Miss Woods of the attack.
So that means
the only person who could have altered the bloody writing was the courtroom bomber, who was the same person that assaulted Mr. Justice. And that person is Ted Tonate.
Order in the court. Order, I say. It looks like we will have to hear from the bomb specialist himself. Mr. Payne, please have Mr. Tonate take the witness stand.
Yes, Your Honor.
That was great, Mr. Wright. Just doing what I do best, which is flying by the seat of my pants.
Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try.
I've finally drawn Mr. Tonate back onto the witness stand. Looks like you'll get your wish, Goggle Man. Now watch me take your lies apart.
Mr. Tonate, I'm afraid we have a few more questions for you.
I understand the situation, Your Honor. I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery. The yellow allegations are all laughable.
I wouldn't be so laughing if I were you, Mr. Tonate. The message in the blood matches your ID number. The same ID number that is there on the bomb transport case.
Such a far-fetched theory, no better than a tangled ball of wires. I'll have them untangled for you in no time at all.
You were the first person on the scene after Detective Arm left a message in blood. You were the only one who could have hidden the writing and then used it again later.
I see, times two. But then, let me ask you. Do you have any proof that Detective Arm wrote the message?
That's a very good question. Well, do you, Mr. Wright?
Next way to prove that is to... yeah, just analyze the DNA. Your Honor, I request that DNA test to be performed on the blood itself. Once we know whose it is, will be obvious as to who wrote the message.
Very well. Bailiff, please put in a request for a DNA test from the forensics team.
Yes, Your Honor.
It'll be some time before we have the results of the analysis. Until then, let's hear more from the witness.
I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense's theory is. I admit that I was the first one on the scene after the explosion, but there was no bloody writing there at that time. Anyway, there was no way Detective Arm could have written it. She struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance.
Is that true?
What does the autopsy report say? Trauma to the back of head caused by an with a flat object.
Yeah, no, rubble's not flat, buddy. That's not how that works. Rubble is most decidedly not flat. So you're saying the victim's body was so nowhere near the writing was?
Precisely, it is as plain as day that she could not have written it. It's true the body was discovered near the entrance to the courtroom. Please have a look at this crime scene photo.
Now see, that looks like a wound that could lead to somebody actually writing a message.
As you can see, there's blood on the rubble near the victim's body. She must have died after hitting it in the head there.
Court involving photo, add to the court record.
I see. Alright then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Do you have what it takes to take my infallible testimony apart?
Yes. Yes, I do. Because she was not killed by a piece of rubble, she was killed by a flat object, and rubble is most decidedly not fall into the category of flat object, so don't mind if I do. Objection! You are a terrible liar, Mr. Tonate. Take a look at the autopsy, specifically the part about Detective Arm's head injury. Cause of death, trauma to the back of head and caused by impact with a flat object.
Yes, what about it?
Now to take a look at the bloody piece of rubble. It's sharp and pointed.
That is odd, isn't it? What could be the meaning of this contradiction?
I believe it means the victim did not hit his head on the piece of rubble. Wilson used these notes in a fabrication. Its purpose is to mislead us into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance.
Are you claiming the culprit moved the victim's body?
That's exactly what I'm claiming. The victim hit her head at some other location, most likely on the floor or some other flat surface, and this location was somewhere near where the bloody writing was found. In that case, she could have written, definitely could have written the message.
Your Honor, I have the results of the blood stain analysis.
Ah, very good timing. Let's take a look. According to this report, the message was written in Detective Arm's blood. And as the defense claims, only the parts of the message that were added afterwards were written in Mr. Justice's blood.
Ah, how convenient.
It would appear the defense's assertions is correct after all.
Bloody writing and analysis added to the court record. Yes! You did it! You were right, boss! Now I have to drive it home. I'll have to take a good look at the bloody writing analysis later. But why don't we just take a look at it now? Bloody writing analysis. Report that proves that the writing was done in Detective Arm's blood. DNA analysis definitely proves that the blood of the writing to be that of the victim, Candace Arm, age 27. However, the lines that were added later were found to be written in the blood of Hollis, age 23. Well, we didn't learn anything new here.
It's now apparent that you have told several lies to this court. I hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself.
Fine, I will confess.
You will? But then why are you so calm? Because he's not going to confess to the murder, obviously.
This time I will tell the truth. It's true Detective Arm wrote my ID number. She very plainly wrote L10015R. I was shocked.
What? But there's no R in the picture. There's just no R in this picture. You're just wrong. You're just wrong. Again, you keep being wrong. Stop being wrong. It makes my job too easy. I see. So it is your assertion that you merely moved the body, is that it?
That is correct. I did not kill Detective Arm.
Oh, well, if you, I'll tell you did. Wait a minute. That in and of itself is a criminal act. Glad to see you finally crossed that finish line, Your Honor. Very well then. Your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright. Cross-examination. Okay, so here's the thing, buddy. There wasn't an R written there. How exactly do you explain this one?
Objection!
I just want to make doubly sure that L10015R is really what you saw written in blood.
Yes, it very clearly said L10015R.
But that's odd, because that's not what I see.
What are they babbling on about now? Wasn't it you who claimed the body? Writing was his ID number for the...
Yeah, but if you actually look at the freaking... the thing, you can clearly see that it's there's the L, the 1, the 0, the 0, the 1, and the other, and then the 5, but there isn't... Oh! Wait, there is! There's a little bit of... There's a little bit of blood on the side. Wait, but then that means that that means that this must have been written before the explosion. Because the only reason this would have been... the court would be like this is because of the whole courtroom exploded, right? So then, what would have been... Okay, I don't know where that goes from here. Yeah, I don't know. Take a good look at the photo and rolling right analysis. Now tell me, does it really say L10015R? Oh. E! Something is missing, isn't it? And that something is the final R. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Tonate?
Oh, right, now I remember there was no R in the end. It was just a slip of the finger, my bad.
Come back, my beautiful contradiction.
Mr. Wright, I'm not sure it's just a simple slip of the finger.
You have something for me, Athena?
I sense that he's extremely agitated, almost panicked.
He does look pretty frustrated. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears it was nothing more than a mere mistake. I don't know, did he really just make a typo? What about the R? Oh no, he actually saw it alright, because it was there. Maybe Mr. Tonate really did see the R, but there's no R anywhere in the bloody writing. What's going on here? Now taking a little look at the photo, I think maybe that's it. What is it now, Mr. Wright? Are you trying to intimidate Apollo and his cords of steel? No, I would never want to do that. I got it, so that's what happened. A slip of the finger? Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. I propose Mr. Tonate really did see the letter R. What? No, Your Honor, actually, just the opposite is true. The photo shows Mr. Tonate actually could have seen the R. If you want to make that claim, then you'd better be able to point out what you mean. One part of the photo shows Mr. Tonate could have seen the R. It would be this part right over here. Please look here to the right of the 5. Do you see a little bit of red? Oh, I see it, just on the edge of where the floor's broken up. That's the R that Mr. Tonate saw.
It's sure the witness wears the very god goggles, but it means I see he's batting on his brain power. What part of that little smudge looks like an R to you?
But what Mr. Tonate saw wasn't that little smudge. There was a whole and complete R written there before the floor was damaged by the explosion. Oh, well, that explains it. Huh?
Can you explain what you mean? Because you just proposed that everything happened in the exact opposite order.
Yep, because that's the way it really went down. Now then, if floor was damaged by the explosion, it was written. It had been written before the explosion. With a bloody message running off the edge of the damaged floor like that, we can only conclude that it was written before the explosion.
But that's ridiculous.
If that were true, it overturns your own premise. That's right, it does. In fact, it turns everything upside down. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion ever occurred. Order with the court.
What kind of preposterous claim is that? Have you forgotten the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion?
True, but consider this scenario. She was hit on the head and killed before the explosion or even before the trial began. Her body was subsequently placed in the courtroom ruins after the bombing occurred. That way, it could be made to look like she was a victim of the blast.
What?
It sounds like we had a better look into what the victim was doing before the trial. Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective Arm before the trial?
Let's see, according to the police report. Ah, here it is. One person.
Oh, how convenient. No one besides Mr. Tonate saw the victim?
That appears to be the case, Your Honor.
I would now ask the court to recall something, specifically Mr. Tonate's words from yesterday.
It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb.
Oh my! Mr. Tonate, just before the trial, you were with the victim. The two of you were together at the scene of the crime, courtroom number 4. Your Honor, the defense requests new testimony from Mr. Tonate. We wish to hear what he has to say about his whereabouts just before the trial.
Mr. Tonate, your testimony, please.
My testimony, there is no need for... You're completely unnerved, Mr. Wright. You must have hit the nail on the head. Because all I did was transport the bomb to the courtroom. I already told you. Ah, blast this thing. I was only in the courtroom with the victim because of our work. I swear I was only transporting the bomb there.
You and the victim were alone to get out of the scene of the crime. In other words, you certainly had the opportunity to commit murder, did you not?
Yes, you guys used yourself someone to attack Mr. Wright.
Oh, you're a one to talk. What now, Mr. Payne?
Yes, Mr. Name may have had the opportunity to kill Detective Arm, but an important piece of your assertion is missing.
What important piece?
The murder weapon. What do you claim was used to kill the victim?
Well, it has to be something flat. So what do we have? What do we have in the court record that's flat? Not that, not that. Could be this, actually. Not the stuffed animal stuff, but the bomb. Could, like, the actual cube, maybe. Because that's the only thing we have that would even kind of make sense. Now that I think about it.
Oh, yes, that's right. I didn't have any spotless thing that could sort of use as a murder weapon on me. I can possibly kill Detective Arm.
Yeah, you did. Did he really have nothing? No, he did. He did. He very much did. What is it, Athena?
Just looking over the victim's autopsy report, hoping there's something in here that can point us in the right direction.
Well, it does say that he died from trauma to the back of the head with a flat object.
Yeah, and to inflict a specific kind of injury, all you need is a flat surface, right?
A heavy blunt object with a flat surface could definitely be a murder weapon. Well, Mr. Wright, can you indicate for the court what was used to kill Detective Arm?
I believe I can. You can.
Please do so now. What did Mr. Tonate have? The bomb. But in fact, you had the perfect thing.
What? What are you talking about?
You had this. That's the bomb. I thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb blast. The bomb blast, no, but I believe Candace's arm was killed with this bomb. Because this is the blunt object that delivered the fatal blow to her head. Please recall the description of Detective Arm's red head wound. The trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. We assume this injury was sustained when your head hit the floor. But a blow from any flat side of this bomb would produce the exact same wound pattern.
Ha ha ha. Hey.
What's with him?
Then show me some proof. Where's the evidence I hit the victim with a bomb?
He's right, I don't have anything decisive.
Finding any victim's blood on the bomb, that'd be very decisive proof. But too bad, the bomb is blown to bits, it's long gone. Boom, game over. Yeah.
Ugh.
Mr. Wright, is there really nothing on the bomb in that photo?
I don't see any blood or anything.
Wait, the timer display is broken a little here.
Oh, wow. I didn't even notice that.
Maybe it's broken to make contact with Detective Arm's head.
Definitely a distinct possibility, but until we find a fragment with the victim's blood, it's not going to count.
I guess you're right.
By setting out the bomb, Tonate managed to liberate all traces of the murder weapon. What in the world do I do now? Times the lights, I've got to change gears and look at things in a different way. Instead of looking for the things he wasn't able to hide, I should look for a way to expose the things he did hide. Ted Tonate murdered Detective Arm before the trial started, and he placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off, which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then. And I think I'd have just the thing. 10% of the photo shows exactly what Mr. Tonate had to hide. He had to hide the body. Your Honor, you're still moving up and look, and you know what? He probably hid the body in the big old case over here, right? That it seems big enough to hide it in, and if any, like, no one in their right mind is gonna look at a bomb a case that says bomb transport case and say, yeah, let's. Anyone looks at that, everyone's gonna look at that and say, yeah, let's not touch that. So it's no risk of finding the body. Then Mr. Tonate would have had to hide the body somewhere during the trial.
Hey, you're right. If we can figure out where the hiding place was,
exactly, we might be able to find some evidence we can pin him down with. So where could Mr. Tonate have hidden the body? He could have hidden it in here. Wait, a box big enough for a body. A box that was in the courtroom the whole time. A box nobody would touch if they thought there was a bomb in it. Mr. Tonate.
What is it? You finally have some decisive evidence to show me?
No, you're the one who's going to show it to me.
Come again?
You heard me. Now show me what's inside the bomb transport case.
What? Why? There's no need.
I've got him now. Just before the trial, you killed the victim with a blunt object. Killing you were trying to make it look like she died in the explosion, but where was the body hidden during the trial? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. The answer is right here. Inside a box made of thick alloy plating that can withstand any impact.
This all should have no objections or showing your transport case. So, let's open it up and take a look inside, shall we?
That's not if you value your life.
What's he up to now?
Remain calm and listen carefully. This bomb will detonate in 5 minutes.
What? Huh?
I repeat, this HH-3000 will detonate in 5 minutes.
What's going on?
Your Honor, I recommend you adjourn this trial before this bomb goes off.
Mr. Tonate, are you threatening me?
Hey, I can only one who can disable this bomb. If you do not want to die, your only option is to listen to me. But tonight, didn't you say that's just a training model I did practice on?
I did, but also lied. It's the real deal. It's the HH3. There's no way. That's definitely a training model. Number one, there's no way you would have the guts to do this. Number two, actually, that's all I need. You wouldn't have the guts to do this. There's no way. Like, this doesn't benefit you in any discernible way. But the HH3000 was used to blow up quarter number 4, wasn't it?
How do you know it was the real HH-3000 to blow up quarter number 4?
Huh?
The bomb that blew up the courtroom is a different one that I made.
What? Then are we to take that as a confession on your part?
Take it any way you would like. This is for the trial. Let's take the HH-3000 and the stuffed animal and put my own bomb into it. That was the bomb that exploded and destroyed courtroom number 4. But tonight, please be reasonable. Do you really expect to believe a crazy story like that?
It is so unique. I've never seen anything like it. So unique I could not replicate the detonation mechanism, so I just had to have it. Besides, did anyone look at the stuffed animal during the trial? Did anyone check to see if it was really the HH-3000 in there? I must confess, no one opened the stuffed animal to check.
So there is a possibility the bomb was switched out?
No, not a possibility, a certainty. I did it. So he's had a real bomb with him this whole time? I don't believe him. I'm calling his bluff. I don't believe him, even in the slightest. Order of the court.
I'm out of here.
It's gonna blow, run! It is not going to blow. You will all be perfectly fine, because I'm going to oh, never mind, everyone's already gone.
You four are still here? Well, aren't you brave?
It just wouldn't do for the just presiding over this court to run. But that horrible explosion the other day. The judge looks like he's about to book it for the nearest exit any second. And Mr. Payne? Yeah, he's gone. And he's off. Mr. Wright, well, what do we do? It'd be pretty pathetic to run now, wouldn't it? But the bomb might really go off.
Only 3 more minutes, folks.
Is that bomb really the HH-3000? What should I do? No, stand my ground. Run like a yellow chicken. No, stand your ground. I can't run now.
Well, it's been fun, but I will be going now. With my dear HH-3000, naturally. Oh, by the way, I would advise against having me follow. Even when no one switches the bomb can still be triggered manually. If I think of me follow, detonating on the spot. Farewell.
Hold it!
You're not going anywhere, Ted Tonate. Oh. Your Honor, there's no reason to be afraid. The bomb is a fake.
Even interested in your own life?
Mr. Wright, none of your bluffing now. Not at a time like this. Lives are on the line here. I'm not bluffing, and I have proof. You do? Yes, of course, Your Honor. Right here is proof that Mr. Tonate's bomb is not the real HH-3000. Oh, the cracked screen. Where's the proof? Yeah, the cracked screen. Drag it down. Boop. The display for the time on the bomb on the photo is broken. Most likely it broke when Mr. Tonate used the bomb to attack the bomb. But displaying the bomb in front of us is not broken. Oh, you're right. Therefore, this is not the real HH-3000. Mr. Tonate was clearly lying when he said that he switched on the bomb on the stuffed animal. The real HH-3000 blew up in court number 4. The bomb is nothing more than a fake and used for training purposes. Fear not, Your Honor. I will examine the inside of the bomb and transport case myself. Yes, please do that, Mr. Wright.
No, stop.
What is that? Is that a bloodstain? Just as I expected. Your lives have all been blown to bits, Mr. Tonate. I'm confident the analysis on this bloodstain will confirm it's Detective Arm's blood, and that those results will conclusively prove that you murdered Detective Arm. How about it, Mr. Tonate? Think you can dismantle this decisive evidence?
You're too late. You missed your chance to run, so now you're out of time. HH-3000 is about to explode.
Don't try to threaten us, Mr. Tonate. I've already proved your bomb is a fake.
It's real, this bomb's a real thing, I tell you. It's real.
Mad Bomber, party of one.
It doesn't look like it's going to blow. I have to disarm it. I have to take it apart. I can dismantle anything. I can take apart evidence. I can take apart bombs. I can dismantle it all. Dismantle, dismantle, dismantle.
Made it. Alright then.
Game over. Disarm attempt failed. To absolutely no one's surprise. It's over. My life has been blown to pieces. It's all that stupid woman's fault. I was selling the bombs I disarmed in the black market. When I tried to take this one, she just had the nose, didn't she? She confronted me in court number 4 that day. That's why I had no choice. Before I knew what I was doing, I hit her. It's all her fault. While I was looking for a place to hide her body, she left a message in her own blood. The trial was about to start, so I didn't have the time to clean up. And now all this, I thought for sure I could disguise her death with an explosion. Then that stupid defense attorney started taking his notes into my business. I said my testimony yesterday. I went to court number 4 and I found that kid all up in my bomb transport case. That's when I stuck him behind him and bam! And when the idiot police arrested that little girl, I thought for sure I could pin it all on her. Why, oh why, oh why?
Ted Tonate, you are hereby under arrest on suspicion of the courtroom bombing and the assault on Mr. Justice. Your innocence or guilt will be determined at a later trial. Now then, I see that members of the public have returned to the gallery. One person, however, seems to be running far, far away. Be that as it may, I will now announce Miss Juniper Ward's verdict.
Not guilty. And tonight we are victorious. That was awesome. That was such a good first case. And Prosecutor Payne is way the hell away from us.
Court is adjourned.
That was awesome. That was legitimately such an awesome freaking first case. That was so good. That was leagues better than anything that the last game did. You did it, boss! Yeah, I guess we managed to pull it off somehow. So many mysteries cleaned up all at once. It was amazing. It just sort of worked out that way, didn't it? That's not the kind of thing that usually just works out. You made it happen. And the way that mean old prosecutor hightailed it out of there, that was great.
Mr. Wright, thank you for everything you did for me.
I'm so happy for you, Junie. Now you can go back to home to the force in peace.
I hope both of you will come visit me there sometime.
That'd be nice. Thank you for the invitation. I don't know, Mr. Wright. I'm not so sure you can make it all the way up to Junie's house. How high up do you live again, Junie?
3,000 feet, I think.
What? That's a force. That's a mountain.
But you know, boss,
Something that still bothers me about the case. One of them is really... Oh, the switch that we never found.
Take that!
The remote switch, right? Yeah, I wonder where it disappeared to. Maybe Mr. Tony just got rid of it somewhere. Yeah, it's a pretty big thing to leave unsolved, though. Well, I'll leave it up to the police to find. For now, we should be celebrating our not guilty verdict. I guess you're right. Hey, I know, June. Shall we go report to the good news? You know, to Apollo?
Okay.
Huh? Her grandmother? No, silly, to Apollo. Oh, right. Well, granted, he's one out of his mind.
Okay.
And so the courtroom bombing case came to a close, but the next trial was just over the horizon. There's never a dull moment with so many lawyers in the office, that's for sure. Apollo Justice Athena Sykes and me, Phoenix Wright. Between the three of us, there's no case we can't solve. When our powers combine, we're an unstoppable team. At least, that's what I believed. But all that changed with what Apollo said to us that day. It was something that would put my faith in us to the ultimate test. Date, question mark, time, question mark, write anything agency.
Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
Wait, what do you mean by a leave?
Can you at least give me a reason why?
I can only say that this is something I must settle on my own.
Wait, does that mean Apollo's not gonna be in the game? Did we get rid of Apollo? Party time! No more Apollo! No more Apollo!
Oh, why, Apollo? Why are you shutting us out?
Because nobody f***ing likes him, that's why.
What happened to you, Apollo? And now, for whatever reason all my mind can think of is returning to the day I first met you. We tackled our first case together, and as we did, I came to know who he is and what he stands for. It was a very peculiar case. One in which the victim was killed by a mythical crib. Killed by what? Okay, that case was incredible. That was such a damn illustration and anime cutscenes galleries have been unlocked. Please go to X and DLC to view them. That was a damn good first case. Oh no. We don't want to start the next one. Oh no, I didn't say that. No. Wrong. All right. Okay. What the f? Okay. Whoa. Wait. I don't even want to know what we're getting ourselves into next time. Okay. That'll be for this episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time to catch you all. Tomorrow for some more Phoenix Wright during Dual Destinies. This game is really good so far. Goodbye.